Hello, this is Chiron Intuition, and I'm here to do a reading for the collective. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but if it does, take what goes, and please leave what does not. We have the Eight of Wands energy here. Let me get something with this Eight of Wands. We have Justice, Libra energy. So it looks like swift justice. And then we have the King of Wands energy here. So Libra and fire signs, but it looked like something is coming in very quick. Or something is about to balance very quickly. Or action that the King of Wands took brought in justice. What is this energy? We have the Knight of Cups energy. Water sign energy. What is this energy here? We have the Five of Swords energy. So somebody has a problem with how a person, like how they're coming off or how they're approaching them. We have the Six of Swords. Okay, so that's fixed. What's this energy here? And then we have the Nine of Swords energy. Wow, let me get one more. Okay, then it's the Two of Cups. Very interesting. Somebody may have had an issue with something initially, but now they don't. Or maybe the issue was fixed. They had an issue and the issue was fixed. I'm even getting the energy of somebody that, like, they're literally saying, I hate to be a burden, but, like, I gotta, or I had to do this, or I had to say this. It's literally given that. But it's like it gets worked out. It really does look like somebody had to do something to balance the situation. They had to take some type of action. What is this energy? And it worried somebody, the action that they had to take. We have the Six of Cups. Like, it's love, though. This is crazy. You know, sometimes there are certain things that need to be said, or, you know, actions that need to be taken. I'm not talking about no violence or nothing like that. But I'm getting that energy. Like, there's an energy of balance here, though. Because I see justice. I see the Two of Cups. I like the Knight of Cups. I didn't like the Five of Swords after that. But at least it went to the Six. But then the Nine. But someone got past the worry, or they're going to get past the anxiety. They're going to get past whatever it is that this is. They're going to get past it. And then we got Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and then the High Priestess energy. It's like they're going to get past it. Or you're going to get past it. I don't know who's who, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. What is this energy? Wow, we have the Two of Swords. So somebody, I don't know, it could even be, I hope it's not a relative, or I don't know, maybe somebody had to sue somebody. But that sucks, though. But it feels like, and somebody could have been worried with that ruin the relationship, probably. But I don't think the worst here. I think somebody just had to do what they had to do. I don't know the situation. In this reading right here, it doesn't look like bad blood at the end. At the end of it, it doesn't look like bad blood. It looks like something that had to be said, something that had to be done in order to balance something out. And sometimes it's, you know, if people can deal with it, everything is all right. You know, the fact that you even got to go to court, they should be embarrassed about. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if somebody got a problem with the fact that you're balancing something out, you're making something fair, then that's just something they're going to have on them. But that's not on you. What is this energy here? But I don't see that here. We have the 9 of Wands energy. Let me get 3 more. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Oh my God. Let me get something. So it's the King and the Queen of Wands here. 2 fire energies. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Like Queen of Wands is ready to give what they owe. Like they were very, how can I say, I don't know, either keeping something to themselves, or they were guarding something, or they were being just very strong energy because they've been through a lot, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not trying to give no excuses, but it's something here where the Queen of Wands is realizing, okay, I can't play with the King of Wands. Okay, because they're going to get the justice. I don't think it has anything to do with vengeance. But it's going to be fair. Something's going to be fair. Something's going to be balanced. And it looks like sometimes, okay, this energy is giving me this weird energy of like knowing when you're wrong. Knowing when this action was taken and you were wrong, and okay, like we don't have a problem because you had to do that. You had to say that, you know, we don't have a problem. It is what it is. It's literally giving me that. That's the weirdest energy here. And then you have the two, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the two that don't back down from no fight, from no challenge, from no competition. And it's like, yeah, it's looking like justice is justice. Two people can't be, especially if y'all on opposite sides of the scale. We got to balance this. We got to balance it. And yeah, we got the 9 of Pentacles here. What is this energy? It's like it's got to be fair. What is this energy? And then we have the Empress here. Taurus, Libra. What about this energy? Oh my goodness. And then we have the 7 of Swords. Who is this Empress? They're doing something here, or they were doing something maybe they shouldn't be doing, or is something deceptive here? What is this energy? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles energy. It's something about a resource, maybe an item, maybe something they're getting, receiving. It looked like the King of Wands is, but like, okay, let's say for example, and I'm just gonna give an example, okay? Just an example. It doesn't have to be this storyline. But like, let's say it's about like, child support or something like that. Let's say there was some type of court order and then child support, whoop-de-woo, okay? And let's say the Empress is on a whole nother level. Like that's a whole Empress. Like she doesn't need something. She doesn't need that. And the King of Wands doesn't need to be doing something they don't need to be doing. And it doesn't need to be no bad blood just because things are being balanced out or things are being made fair. Especially if everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Do you know what I mean? Because I see justice here. It's not like, oh, the King of Wands just gonna get what they want. It's not that. It's we're going to make this fair. We're not just going to do what the fuck somebody want to do. We're going to make it fair. If we're going to do something, if we're going to do anything, we're going to make that shit fair. Okay? And that's what I'm getting with that. Somebody need to be fair about that shit. They need to do something properly out here and give what is deserved. And I don't know, it could be some type of feelings, emotions involved with some shit, but they need to separate that. They need to understand because your emotions could put you in jail. Okay, somebody needs to separate their mind and their emotions. You got to do what's right. You can't be out here. It's even something about withholding something maybe, or because I see the 7 of Swords and then the Ace of Pentacles. Like either they're being sneaky about something or they're withholding something, but they're calculated. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. But it's, I still feel like the King of Wands feels bad for what it is that they have to do or what it is that they had to say or what it is they had to bring to the court. I don't know. They feel bad about it, but they shouldn't because they're not wrong. And maybe that's why this reading is coming up on the board because I don't feel like the King of Wands is wrong. Even the King of Wands is touching justice. Like, it's the Justice, the second card. King of Wands is the third card. Like, it is what it is. It's fair. And I feel like the King of Wands has every reason to take this action. It's not about vengeance. It's not about revenge, anything like that. It's just about making things fair, making things right. You know, when it's not fair, it's not fair. We can make this, we don't got to be enemies, you know, just so we can make this shit fair. We ain't got to be enemies. We ain't got to be against each other. Maybe somebody just needs to see that, you know, maybe they need to, I don't know. Maybe they need to adjust. Let's just say it like that. Maybe they need to adjust to something instead of trying to just get their way with something. Maybe they need to adjust to something. What is this energy here? And it's a compromise. What is this energy? We have the Seven of Wands energy here. Somebody is standing up for themselves in this situation. And then we got the Death card. Damn, it looked like something got to end. Something has to end completely. King of Wands wants something to stop. What is this? And then we got Judgment here. And then the Chariot. Damn. King of Wands is not playing. But I mean, King of Wands is not wrong in this situation. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. But I strongly feel like the King of Wands is not wrong in this situation for whatever it is they're trying to balance out. They're trying to make it fair. It's different when somebody is just trying to get revenge on somebody. They're trying to be nasty, rude, or something like that. They're just trying to make something fair. It's not about making no enemies. But it is about perspective, because I feel like this Empress is being maybe strategic about something or some type of tactic. I don't know. But there's something calculated about what they're doing. And they need to not do it like that. They need to be real about this shit, because it's not fair. You're getting like maybe some type of benefit or something. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's something here that's not fair, and it needs to be made fair. That's, you know, it's not right. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, then what? Exactly. So it'll be a whole different situation. What is this energy here with this? Let me get one more. I'm going to get another deck. What is this? Damn, we got the 10 of Sword energy. Yeah, they said, nah, that got to stop. That has got to stop. That's what they said. What is this energy? Let me get this other deck. They said, I got to take action because this has got to stop. It's nothing personal, but this has got to stop. And people like, I really do understand that, because sometimes what's right is right, and it's not about nothing personal. It's not personal. It's just that we got to make this shit right. And whatever we got to do, yeah, Seven of Swords, look at that. I shuffle the cards and the Seven of Swords is at the bottom. It's like, nah, don't do that. Don't do this. Because this ain't going to work out in nobody's favor doing this right here. Nah, that's not going to work. Somebody going to be alone. I'm telling you, doing this shit right here, you're alone in this scheme. Nah, I don't know. Somebody got to stop. What's this energy here? Gotta be real. What is this energy here? We have the Chariot here. Tell me about this Chariot. Tell me about the Chariot. Cancer energy. I believe that's the second time I'm seeing the Chariot. What's this energy here?
Chiron Intuition.
What is this going on? We have the World card here. Capricorn energy. Okay. Let me get another one here. And then we got the Six of Swords energy. No, it's like we got to move forward the right way. And everybody will be satisfied here. Yeah, we got to move forward the right way. And everybody gets what they want. That's how it goes. That's how I see it in this reading. Now we got the Five of Swords. I don't know. Let me get something here. It's almost like a pushback, but I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You get what I'm saying? I don't think that was going to work. I think somebody needs to step into the truth here and realize when something is unfair. It's not fair. Like, or something's only benefiting one side. It's not fair. That's not fair. That is not fair. Yeah, gotta end. Every card I see, look. Literally every card I see, they're like, nah, you can't do that no more. You can't do that no more. It's not fair. It's not fair that you're doing that, and I have to suffer because of that. That's what I'm literally getting, because it's about balance here. Yeah. The Empress is going to have to change something here. I don't know. Somebody going to have to change something. What's this energy here with this? We got the Hermit card. Okay, turning within. We have the King of Wands. Yeah, King of Wands even had to turn within and be like, shit, am I right? Am I fucked up? Is something wrong with me? Clearly not. If Justice came out with the King of Wands already at the top of the deck. So King of Wands really thought about some shit. Okay, also Virgo energy. King of Wands really thought about some shit. They could be right about some shit now. Okay, somebody gonna be held accountable. Look, King of Sword and Justice. I'm telling you, air sign energy, Libra energy. When the truth is out, it's just the truth. Like, don't be mad at the truth. Somebody got to be fair and stop that shit. Especially when other people are being affected. Like, stop it. Like, be real. Be right. I'm literally getting, like, there's a correction in energy that, like, I don't think that the feminine energies like. I think there's a masculine energy that's correcting a feminine's energy, and I don't think they like that. I don't think they like that at all. Or to be told that they're wrong about something, and that something needs to be balanced out, and it needs to be corrected, and it needs to be like, why people got to be enemies because something is fair, something is balanced. And that's another thing. That's even knocking it further. Like, it's something here that just has to be understood. It just has to be. And I saw 1616 on the clock. What is this energy here with this? What's going on? Chiron Intuition. We have the 3 of Cups energy. 3 of Cups. What about this 3 of Cups? Oh, that's too many. What about this 3 of Cups? We have the 4 of Wands energy here. Okay. That don't look bad. And then we got the 10 of Cups. Look at that. It looks like it can be worked out, but somebody just had to be real. So if King of Wands never made a move, then the feminine energy would have never changed. And they also wouldn't have learned something. Like, they have no reason to hate whoever this King of Wands is, because I feel like somebody has been overdoing or overgiving or over something. They've been past the line. So it's like, now this is appropriate, so don't be mad at me. That's literally what it's giving me. This is appropriate, so don't be mad at me. What is this energy here? What is going on? We have the Strength card here, Leo energy. Let me get something with this. And then we have the Hangman. So maybe somebody's reevaluating the pressure that they put on someone, or the force that they put on someone. They're reevaluating their own strength, or the strength that they've been putting. Yeah, I think it's like maybe power over somebody else. Somebody's reevaluating it though. They're looking at something and they're seeing that maybe they're like overbearing or something, or they're just doing too damn much. Like, somebody gotta realize. I don't understand. Sometimes people don't realize. A lot of times people don't realize, like, when you're doing too much, a lot of times people just, they're just being themselves. They're just being who they are, at that moment in time. Okay. Or a moment of existence. They're just being whatever. But sometimes, like, there's lessons to be learned here. And like, I feel like there's somebody here that has got away with a lot. And it's like, now it's time for them to realize, like, no, you can't do that no more. You can't do that no more, or you're not gonna be good when it comes to the scales. You're gonna always get caught up in the scales. Especially when it comes to receipts and things like that, you're gonna always get caught up in the scales. You're never gonna be on the right side, and it's never gonna be balanced with you. Anybody dealing with you is never gonna be balanced with you. And it's like, nah, something gotta be balanced now. Okay? The universe, the spirits, everything is coming together. God, the ancestors, shit, it's balancing some shit out now. And then we got the 10 of Pentacles here. Wow. What is this energy? Let me get something here. We got Judgment. Judgment. 6 of Wands is there. Let me get something with Judgment. And then we got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so the ruling is somebody needs to see the fruits of their labor. That's what it is. And if it's not given that, we need to balance this shit out. We need to make it so that it's right, or so that it's fair. Okay? There's no justice, no peace. Let me get an angel message here with this. What is going on here? Chiron Intuition. And then it says strength and guidance. Yeah. That's what the King of Wands has to have while they navigate this. And it says vulnerability and freedom. Yeah, and I feel like the King of Wands was trapped. And so like the King of Wands was being affected and they was just letting something ride. They was letting something be okay. And they were the ones being affected. And it's like, nah, now it's going into the court of law or it's going into spiritual court. I'm not dealing with something. That's what the King of Wands saying. I'm not dealing with it no more. I've been giving, I've overgave, I've done this, I've done that. Now you got to see that your ass is the one that's out of line. It had to go this far for somebody to see and even acknowledge that they are the ones that's out of line. And they can't even be mad. But I'm going to leave this one right here.
Chiron Intuition.
If you liked what I read, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it because it is how we get the messages out in order to elevate the collective. I love you guys, and I'll be back with another reading later. Bye.